Welcome, ladies and gents. You may or may not know that I've been reviewing Halo Episode 1 at the very least. You may not know because I made a Mr. Hate review, and 9 times out of 10 they always get either demonetized or copyright blocked. Now this one was unfortunately copyright blocked, which meant after about 15 minutes of it being live, it's gone for the world now, unfortunately, which does mean every single Friday, hopefully if my internet holds out, I will be doing live stand-up reviews of the episode because it's gonna be funny. Now, the Defenders have come out. Insert Defenders of the Earth. But the Defenders of the show has come out. Pablo Schreiber to once again gaslight everyone. And it's unfortunate, really, because he just needs to stop. I understand this is his paycheck. This is going to be a long-term paycheck for this chap, and he obviously wants to keep it going. But it's pretty unanimous. You know, people don't like this show. You know, most reviewers don't like it. Most audience members don't like it. Of course, there are some. Like, I know there'll be someone furiously typing down below now, going, "Well, I like it." Yeah, I know. Of course, like, it's not universally hated, but a lot of people don't like it. You know, the majority doesn't like it. Similar to Star Trek Picard, but, you know, hey, they keep making that show. So I understand why he's defending it. He wants to keep this paycheck coming. But he's embarrassing himself. Really, really embarrassing himself. Case in point this. Halo star Pablo Schreiber attempts to reassure fans skeptical of Paramount Plus series. This is a new experience in a world that you love so much. Is it? I mean, it's fundamentally not the same world. You are changing things. You have the prophets on the same level as a dirty human, and they are xenophobic. So yeah, they would consider that to be pretty... I mean, they're basically racist, right? Like, they're pretty bigoted towards other alien species. So they're not going to be doing that. So that's ridiculous. We can all agree on that. He'd take his helmet off, look like he's about to cry. Again, it's just... the show's a complete nonsense. I'll leave my live review linked above. Have a look at it. You might have a good laugh. There were some weird audio issues at the start of the show, so just, you know, fast forward 2 minutes in, you'll be fine. But let's take a look at what he had to say, of course. So Pablo Schreiber, the man behind the helmet of Master Chief, well, not really behind, is it? In Paramount Plus's live action of Halo, has attempted to reassure fans skeptical towards the adaptation's take on the Bungie-created sci-fi series, and 343 then absolutely destroyed it, by making it clear, this is a new experience in a world that you love so much and have loved for so long. Yes, we all know that, that's why everyone's annoyed. Speaking with Cinema Blend, following Halo's world premiere at the South by Southwest 2022 festival, Schreiber was asked by site managing editor Sean O'Connell if he had anything to say to those doubtful that the series would be anything but typical Hollywood video game adaptation fare. I mean, it really is. First episode, yeah, we took the helmet off. Prior to release, everyone's sat there saying, yeah, we never actually played the games, we didn't refer to the games, we weren't interested in the games. We just thought we would make something based on it. Like, that's literally what the showrunners were saying. Absolutely ridiculous. So, of course, it is unequivocal, typical Hollywood fanfare. Well, video game adaptation fan. So the Orange is the New Black star asserted, my big message to fans would be, it's okay, relax, we got you. This image would say otherwise. I'm not going to lie. That would say otherwise. And that this is a new experience in a world that you love so much and have loved for so long, he added. It's an opportunity to put down the controller. And instead of being a co-owner or creator of this experience, you now get to sit back on the couch and watch this experience unfold. Isn't that hilarious? Instead of being a co-owner or creator, oh, now you just get to watch. I mean, I understand what he's trying to say, but that is that's a downside. That's a downstep. Unfortunately for both Schreiber and Halo, this reassurance not only rings hollow in the face of how productions need to signal its differences from its source material, usually spells an almost certain bastardization of the character and lore fans have come to love, but also the numerous faith-eroding statements made by those attached to the series prior to its March 24th debut. And that's the other thing, like, they really did go hard on, no, this is not what it is, we're doing something completely different. Really weird. Like, really weird. yeah, it was so strange what they were doing. So following the widely rejected announcement, the Master Chief would regularly appear in the series without his helmet. I mean, literally first episode. Fan excitement began to waver even further when in an interview with Den of Geek, 343 Industries head of Halo Transmedia and Halo TV series, Kiki Wolfkill, revealed the decision to set the series in a silver timeline, named after Master Chief's squad of Spartans in the show and similar in concept to J.J. Abrams' Star Trek film series Kelvin timeline. It was made in order to allow the production team the opportunity to make changes to the franchise's original continuity and lore. Yes, like the prophets listening to a filthy human. They're on the same page. Like, I couldn't believe the prophet in that episode literally going, "Oh, perhaps you could teach me sometime." No, it would. I mean, one, it wouldn't be interested, but secondly, it would tell you. Like, even, oh God, unreal. From the very beginning, it was clear that in order to let the story evolve and grow the way it needed to, to tell the story you wanted to, in order to really go deeply into these character arcs, we would need to make some changes. Sometimes it was even just a perspective change. Sometimes it was something you just didn't get a view into from the game or even the books. We knew we needed to let the story breathe on its own. What, like making the UNSC the ultimate bad guys? You know, literally putting out mandates to go and murder children. I mean, sure, like they're, hopped up on drugs and terrorist kids, but still, don't really make any sense. At the end of the day, it all comes down to being able to make moment-to-moment decisions. Basically, we wanted to make it up as we went along. Every day there were decisions to be made about, do we do something exactly as it was done in the game, or are there good reasons to do it differently? There's no good reason to remove his bloody helmet. And if so, how do we keep it true to the spirit of Halo, but at the same time keep the voice of all these incredible creators coming through? Oh, yes, that's right, ladies and gents. That Halo series that you like so much, game series, with epic creators behind it, writers, etc. Their story, not relevant. Actually, just the writers of this new show, their stories matter, ladies. Did you not know? Did you not get the memo? Sorry, it must be lost in the post. Fuck, it's just outrageous. Anyway, the same interview, Halo showrunner Steve Kane, said about the deviation of the source material in Silver Timeline. You don't want to just tell the game in television form. Yes, you do. You actually do. You actually do. It's a story-driven game. Show it. You want to have a conversation with the material. No, you don't. It's loved because of the story. You then change the story. People will go, what the fuck is this? The game has been around for so long. The canon is not only deep but wide. So you just couldn't be bothered. Basically, is what they're saying. They just couldn't be bothered to get to grips with it. There are opportunities to dig into the canon and find characters that were only hinted at, and stories only half mentioned, and dig in and invent new stuff. Oh, yay! Just what everyone wanted in that story that they love so much. Just made it all up. Super dumb. And this one, now that we've seen the first episode, this doesn't make any sense at all. The other thing we get, so this is about Quan, right? So to that end, Kane also informed Den of Geek that Yeren Ha's Quan Ha were a pivotal role in the series. As our eyes on the Spartans, what we expect them to be, the other thing we get from her is a very human perspective on the Spartans and these events and all these large-scale elements. Quan is a grounded human perspective on that, which I think is definitely unique. So pray tell, Wolfkill, you dip, absolutely dip. What I mean by that is dipshit, obviously, but you dip. Why did you need to remove his helmet then? If you've got our human perspective, why do we need to see, Adam Sandler's lost reject twin? Why? Why do we need to see that if we've got our human perspective? We didn't need this, did we? That's completely irrelevant. Oh, it's because you're talking nonsense. We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. We talked about characters. Anyway, ladies and gents, this is a joke, obviously. I'll be reviewing this weekly. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's dead on arrival weekly now. And bearing in mind, if you didn't like episode 1, or you thought it was just okay, apparently episode 2 goes way downhill. So look forward to that. Cheers. Take care.